Dear students, greetings for the day. Let's discuss Introduction to Aviation. Following are the topics of study. What is aviation? Aviation industry in India, coming growth in aviation industry, staffs in airline industry, cabin crew and ground staff, benefits in working for airports and airlines in the aviation industry. Aviation is the activities surrounding mechanical flight and the aircraft industry. Aviation began in the 18th century with the development of the hot air balloon, an apparatus capable of atmospheric displacement through buoyancy. Some of the most significant advancements in aviation technology came with the controlled gliding flying of Otto Lilienthal in 1896. Then a large step in significance came with the construction of the first powered airplane by the Wright brothers in the early 1900s. Since that time, aviation has been technologically revolutionized by the introduction of the jet, which permitted a major form of transport throughout the world. The word aviation was coined by the French writer and former naval officer Gabriel Lalandel in 1863. He derived the term from the verb avere, an unsuccessful neologism for to fly, itself derived from the Latin word avis, bird, and the suffix ation. Aviation in India, broadly divided into military and civil aviation, is the fastest growing aviation market in the world according to the International Air Transport Association, IATA. The hub of the nation's aviation manufacturing industry is at Bangalore, which has a 65% share of this economic sector. The government's UDAN, Regional Connectivity Scheme, is driving the growth of civil aviation and aviation infrastructure in India. The first commercial aviation flight in India took place on the 18th of February 1911. It was a brief demonstration flight of about 15 minutes from the United Provinces Industrial and Agricultural Exhibition in Allahabad, across the Jammu River to Naini, a distance of 9.7 kilometers, 6 miles. The aircraft, a Humber biplane shipped from England specifically for the event, was flown by French aviator Henri Peck and carried 6,500 pieces of mail, making it the first official airmail service. Regular airmail was not established until 2 decades later, notably by J.R.D. Tata, who was awarded a contract to carry mail in 1932 and founded an airline which grew to become Air India. Government agencies projects requirement of around 250 brownfield and greenfield airports by 2020. Demand for aircraft in India is expected to be 1,750 by 2037. Freight traffic on Indian airports is expected to cross 11.4 Mount by 2032. Indian carriers are projected to increase their fleet size to 1,100 aircraft by 2027. India is the fastest-growing aviation market and is expected to cater to 520 million passengers by 2037. India has been projected to be the second fastest-growing country in the world for passenger traffic by the Airports Council International, ASI, in its traffic forecasts between 2017-40. India has 91 international carriers comprising of 5 Indian carriers and 86 foreign carriers, which ensure that India is well connected with most major countries. Revenue passenger kilometer (RPK) in domestic airline demand growth of 18.6% in 2018 was 3 times the global RPK growth of 6.5%. The aviation industry is on the precipice of an exponential growth surge, with estimates that India will need 400 airports and 300 aircraft in the next decade. With such high growth rates expected in the country, it's no surprise that the hospitality and travel industries are also generating massive demands for quality personnel. Government Ministry and Department Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Airports Authority of India Bureau of Civil Aviation Security Directorate General of Civil Aviation Ministry of Civil Aviation Industry Association Federation of Indian Airlines. Flight attendants maintain the safety and security of airline passengers before, during, and after a flight. They conduct pre-flight inspections of the airplane's emergency equipment, participate in pre-flight briefings with pilots, and assist passengers throughout the flight. Before takeoff, flight attendants demonstrate safety equipment uses and emergency procedures for passengers. They also make sure passengers follow safety requirements, including fastening their seat belts. During a flight, flight attendants take care of passenger needs, which often includes providing snacks and beverages. They must also manage any passengers displaying disruptive behavior. In the event of an emergency, flight attendants may direct evacuations, assist passengers, and perform first aid. They protect the flight deck, attend to passengers who require assistance, and operate emergency equipment. Because of their emergency responsibilities, flight attendants must have strong decision-making skills. They also serve an important customer service role in the airline industry, which requires attentiveness, strong communication skills, and resourcefulness. Flight attendants often work long hours on a variable schedule, which often involves multiple nights away from home. Ground crew or ground staff work in the aviation industry where they are engaged in various roles at the airport. Ground staff ensures the safety and comfort of passengers, including checking in baggage, providing information, assisting disabled passengers, confirming reservations, and selling tickets. Greeting and welcoming passengers, and responding to questions. Checking in baggage, making reservations, selling airline tickets, stocking aircraft with refreshments, cleaning aircraft after flights, assisting disabled passengers and those with small children, providing information to passengers. In a report published by the ATAG, Air Transport Action Group, 62.7 million jobs are supported worldwide in aviation and related tourism. Of this, 9.9 million people work directly in the aviation industry. That's 9.9 million employees, a whole host of different responsibilities and a wide variety of skills, all working together to keep all those planes up in the sky. Q lifestyle benefits, Q company benefits, Q the opportunity to develop your career, Q meeting new people, Q travel opportunities.